When the RACV heard about Lady, they called in the team that creates the cars for the Fast and the Furious films.
The disabled doggy has been pimped out with a ride to match.
The team from one of the biggest action films in the world is getting her revved up again.
When I got that phone call, I was like, we build cars with 800 horsepower. You want us to do this for a job?
So this is the cat bandage. Here's my favorite bit, the yarn ball bomb. Pretty self-explanatory.
When I got the brief, I was really excited because I knew instantly that a traditional style cast on a dog would look super cool.
It's my first cat costume. It's for RACV pet insurance.
When you get one of these cones or bandages, it's actually RACV's pet insurance.
When they see her in this pimped up wheelchair, she's going to get respect, I'm sure.
Nice to meet you.
I love where I'm from. I love North Queensland. It's a really wonderful place to grow up. But there weren't a lot of people like me up there.
The isolation that you feel as a young bloke in the bush back then was deafening.
For over 40 years, Mardi Gras has been celebrated on the iconic Oxford Street, Sydney. But there are 122 other Oxford streets around Australia.
ANZ is taking a bit of Mardi Gras from Oxford Street to the 123 Oxford Streets around Australia.
So there's 7 in particular, one for each state.
From Bunbury to Port Pirie.
Oxford Street in Mittagong has received a transformation.
Mardi Gras has been unveiled at Berry Springs today.
Popped up at East Launceston.
Mardi Gras love around the country.
Yeah. Oh, my favourite's the Hills Hoist. There's a Rainbow Hills Hoist with little rainbow hats and cockatoos sitting on it. Even if you're not in Sydney for Mardi Gras, that there are people out there who are like you and who love you and who support you.
We made sure anyone could visit the signs by partnering with Google Street View and Giphy, so people could Mardi Gras their own. Our sculptures were vandalised, stolen, and even run over. However,
if it's a sure way of silencing us, we're not going anywhere.
Really quite fantastic.
It's so tremendously important.
the message struck a chord in every corner of Australia, with hundreds of regional publications we'd never even heard of getting behind the campaign and pointing to every single Oxford street in the country, a 4-ton sculpture at Sydney's Bondi Beach.
There is always a young person that feels isolated, and any way of getting through to them that it's okay to be you is a great thing.
There's something sinister going on behind closed doors in New Zealand. It's elder abuse. And heartbreakingly, over 75% of abusers are actually family members.
My son made me sign my house over to him.
I was told I was a burden and a waste of space.
She increased my dose so I was easier to look after.
Elder abuse comes in many forms. It can be as subtle as disregarding wishes, controlling their social life, babying, name-calling, and keeping the elderly at home. It can also be far more sinister, like stealing money, locking elderly in their rooms and neglecting their medical needs. But how do you reach out and educate victims about what abuse is when their whole lives are controlled by their family members? We hid these forms of mistreatment in crossword clues across the country. They all led to the same answer: abuse, followed by where to get help. But now, we need your help. Share this video so we all know the signs to look out for, because elder abuse is not okay.
Porsche enters the 6th Formula E season and presents itself and the car in a new and revolutionary way. The general public plays the premiere and the unveiling itself on Twitch with the live video game Formula E Unlocked. This is unique for an automobile manufacturer.
We're Twitch, we're live, we're interactive, and we've got kind of big gameplay and community. How would we launch a Formula E car? And the idea was, let's create a game, but put it completely in the hands of the audience and let them control everything and let them reveal the car for themselves.
Twitch is the largest live streaming platform in the world, bigger than YouTube. The live community plays together with the 2 Porsche factory drivers Andre Lotterer and Neil Jani the mission, unveiling live online. Hundreds of thousands of players take part worldwide, a total of more than 1 million. It's a digital scavenger hunt. You search for clues in the garage, puzzle for the right number on the locker wall to find, for example, this, Lotterer's racing suit. It's the only way to get past the guards.
I find it exciting. It's something completely different and it heralds the digital age. It is definitely future-oriented just as Formula E and all the technology looks to the future.
It takes almost 4 hours until the 99X electric of this unlocking game is found and unveiled by the 2 Porsche Formula E pilots with a stunning light show.
I like it a lot, and as they say, a nice car is a fast car. I think the color makes the car very dynamic, and I'm happy when it starts with the car.
The Tag Heuer Porsche Formula E team introduces itself and its clearly defined goals.
We start from scratch, we've got it all set up, we're well prepared, and our goal is at least a podium finish.
You know, we're stepping into a championship with teams and manufacturers which have been doing this for 5 odd years. You know, it's a huge challenge for us. Same time, we're not scared of the challenge.
The start from zero. It has now finally begun and Porsche opens a new chapter in motorsport history.